Unpacking the SAT test. How can we discover what is hidden in every SAT question? How can we use the minimum time per question? This is today's video, Unpacking the SAT. See you now. This is an SAT question. This is the algebra portion of the test. This is a hard question by the College Board. Look at what the question said, because we are learning how to unpack the question. For the function f, if f of 3x is equal x minus 6, for all values of x, what is the value of f of 6? We have here a difficult question because they are working with function notation. Function notation. What is the function notation? F of x. And that f of x, what is the meaning? Okay, the meaning of that f of x is y. Also, is complicated to understand everything in just a few seconds, usually less than a minute to answer the question. That's why it's important to know how can we unpack the question. Number one, do not look at your multiple choices. Just look at the question itself and take time. Take 1 minute, 2 minutes, you're not taking the test now, and try to see what the question is trying to say. This is the first strategy. Read the question, do not look at the answers yet, and try to see, train your mind to think for a minute or two when you are getting ready for the test, what the question is telling you. Let's see. Remember that it's not about looking at the answers. Don't do that. It's just understanding the question first. This is a training session. This is not actually the test. Let's unpack the question. And look at what I put here. Interpret the function notation. If we are going to analyze this carefully, notice here that this is a function f. This is a function f. Look at the characteristic of the domain, 3 times x. That's the domain of the function. 3 times the value of x for all values. When you have that, the function is x minus 6. So common mistake here, and they know it, the test makers, is the students see the 6. They said, oh, that 6 is the x. Let me come over here and replace the x by 6. 6 minus 6 is 0, and I can see one of the answer is equal to 0. That's the answer. Let's move on. Incorrect. You cannot move your scores in the SAT because you have to think a little bit more about the notation. That 6 for a function f is 3 times a number. This is what you need to understand. That 6 in that function f represents 3 times a number. So there is an equivalence between 3x and the number 6. And that's why I put it over here. F of 3 of x and f of 6. That 6 is not the x value. That 6 is 3x equals 6. Let me put it over here, no? 3x equals 6. And the x is equal to. And this is the number that you are going to evaluate the function. So you're going to evaluate the x by 2 minus 6. The answer is negative 4. And the answer is B. Right here. And that is the hard question. So the key here to unpack to understand, to spend the minimum amount of time taking this question and answering this question, is to establish the equivalency between the domain of the function. So that 6 is part of the domain, but this is not a, let's say this is not a normal domain. X equals 6. No. It's 3x equals 6. So the x is equal to. And that's the number that you're going to plug in, and that's the number that will give you the answer. 2 minus 6, negative 4. I hope that you understand this question and you practice yourself with the algebra portion of the SAT with questions like this. And don't forget, when you are unpacking the question, you have to look what is behind. And you have to integrate skills, practice, and foundations of algebra. If you like the video, please don't forget to share the video. The SAT is coming this next month or any other testing time. And give us a like and subscribe. I will be thankful if you subscribe to Math Topics. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.